Hey everyone, welcome to the Friday Underground stream. We got a couple of things we're going to be talking about today. Some horrible things that Disney had done. Something horrible that happened underwater. Really sad and crazy. But hey, it is what it is. We got no control of that. A lot of the people who were involved had no control of that.
Oh,
But we'll
were they
talk about that.
dunking waters, or were they dunking Wokies in water again in Massachusetts? I love when they do that.
Uh, Today's going to be an interesting one. I want to welcome everyone on the panel here. We have Tommy in the Guinea Pig Collective. You just heard his lovely voice. How you doing, Tommy?
No, I am here, and that is all that matters.
That is what matters. Yeah, we love Tommy. He's an awesome individual, and he's going to be slapping some Disney in the face as well. I mean, that's what we do here. We got a Dega Outlaw, the Doc himself. How you doing, Doc?
Doing pretty special.
Well, that's good. I'm
glad to be here too.
I'm glad you're special. Draven, don't get too excited.
Goddamn.
I'm kidding. Draven, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's been a good couple days. Final Fantasy 16 came out, so I've been hard at work playing that.
Oh, Big Ange.
It's a terrible job, but he has to do it.
I do. I'm enjoying it so far. It's fucking great.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I'm looking forward to the show today.
Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna hit a couple topics. So thank you, Angelus. Sorry, I had a poke fun from the Mario Kart.
Speaking of the Downs thing, there's a place called something Downs, and fucking Manliness and Godzillion are like, that has to be your favorite place. And then there's
Churchill Downs,
something Downs or whatever, and then fucking there's a Martha's Rest, and they're like, oh yeah, Martha Stewart, you like her, don't you?
Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's right. You had to think for the older lady.
Goddamn.
he wants a panini.
Yeah, you were showing her in her swimsuit and her. Anyway,
Jesus.
Speaking of good ladies and awesome ladies, we got Tina Bojan is on the panel. How you doing, Tina?
I'm doing well. Hey, this old lady doesn't mind if, people gawk at old ladies. We kind of like it every once in a while. So keep that up. Glad to be here. It's been a great and busy week. Got a new pair of glasses so I can see again. See, we celebrate these things when you get old like me.
Oh, wow, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's the weather or all the dust and shit. I don't know. I'm cleaning out a bunch of stuff, and like I don't know. My eyes feel like they're going to. I don't know. This is crazy, but yay, old age.
Vinny, I'm just kind of curious. Were you near any wooded areas this weekend? Because I heard there was a few Brie Larson sightings, and I heard they're very allergic to people.
Oh, gee, no. But I was out the other day, and I got bit in the shoulder about 6 times. I don't know how.
By Brie Larson?
It's possible. I don't know.
Does Nick know about this?
Nick.
I wasn't there, so I didn't bite you. So.
Now, Tommy, I sent you the video of what was happening in the woods. You already know.
It was Ungulus Draven in a wig.
Oh, boy. Anyway. We also have Eat Up in the house. How you doing, brother?
I am excellent. I just got done mowing my lawn, and as I was out in the woods dumping out the clippings along the trail that runs behind my property, I thought I saw Brie Larson, but it was just Bigfoot. He wasn't wearing his Hey Dudes today, apparently. And then, like I said, I saw a sloped eye, and shortly behind that, I heard a fluttering, and that was Ungulus Draven again. Big shout out to Big Ange, chasing down Bree through the woods behind my house.
It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to take her out.
He was going past your backyard to get to a GameStop. He had to get his Final Fantasy.
I'm glad he said a hard job and not a hard. Never mind. It's good to be here.
Thank you for being here, brother. And of course, we have Chris Fisk, the legend himself. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, yeah. Thanks for having me, man. Glad it's Friday.
Hey, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Are you ready to jump into some of the Disney situation? What's going on here?
What's going on with Disney now?
Well, they went out of their way to bury a certain film that is exposing human trafficking. This is interesting. First, a quick hello to everyone out there in the chat. Iceman Modeler, first one in tonight. Thank you for being here, brother. We got Papa Cotton. Adega was saying hi. So was Tina. We have Soul Ion. How you doing, man? It's been a minute since you popped in. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for dropping the links as well. Remember, Shot of the Kraken available now. Help me move some more books so my back don't break. Let's see. Yeah, let me share the screen. 'Cause this is kind of nuts, man. I mean, I've been covering this awesome movie. Again, it's called The Sound of Freedom. And Jim Caviezel, he's been doing a whole bunch of interviews lately. Now, this is a movie about Tim Ballard. He's a real life hero, essentially. This guy uh, quit his job to go save children all around the world when he found out about this massive human trafficking ring that was going on back when he was doing like the border stuff. And the guy's amazing. He saved thousands of children already, and they made a movie on him. And this movie stars Jim Caviezel, the guy who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. And this individual, he was really blown away by this whole entire story. He went on missions with Tim Ballard, and he saw things firsthand. Certain things I can't repeat on here, but it sounds a lot like Google Chrome. Yeah, he had some encounters with. He watched a lot of this stuff when he was going on these missions. They had things that were recorded in order to sell to certain evil monsters out there, and so he knows these things are factual. And yeah, it's crazy how what's going on right now, and no one's talking about it. So this movie is shedding a massive light on it. So this movie, it ended up getting acquired. Fox was originally going to release it, but the Mouse had stepped in and purchased Fox. And one of the very first acts that Disney did was bury this film. They took all the funding away from it right when it was on the verge of being completed. They ended up finding other backers, and they got the rest of the money to finish the film. And from that point, it was sitting for about 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. And until Mel Gibson stepped in. They ended up getting the full rights back to the film, and now they were going to release it on their own. Mel Gibson, he did the final edit of the movie, and now we have a release date, which is the 4th of July. They did even better. They did a pay it forward program with this, so that if you buy a ticket, you can get a ticket for somebody else. So even if people who don't have money to see it and they want to see this movie, there's a good chance you could see it for free if you go to their website. I believe it's angelstudios.com. Check it out.
They also offer what is basically the buy one, give one. So
Yeah.
if you go and you order a ticket, you can actually request a free ticket as well. So, yeah, I mean, if you order a couple tickets, you can request free tickets. So technically the ones you're purchasing can go into the pool for somebody else to go see this thing that doesn't have the money to go see it.
Dude, and again, that is an incredible thing that these guys did. So yeah, for Disney to try to step in there and stop this from happening, unbelievable, man. I'm happy that they got everything back and that this movie is going to be released. Now, here's the other kicker. Elon Musk, he came out and he's supporting this film. He's supporting it in a massive way. Elon, he let the studio know as well. He goes, I think it's a good idea. He goes, I don't know budget-wise if it's available, but you guys should put it on your. He goes, I'm allowing you guys to air it on Twitter for free for a couple of days if you'd like, in order to get more eyes on the story. That's how much he believes in this as well and saving children. So big props to Elon for that. I don't know everything about the guy. I know there's some things that seem very shady, but that he's supporting this film and in such a massive way, that is incredible. So my hat goes off to him. And yeah, it's a big slap in the face to Disney for trying to stop it from happening. So that's a beautiful thing. I know that tweet that he put out, they said like within the first day got like 1 million views or something. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I mean, and that's it. He's endorsing this movie, and that's a win. That's a win all the way. And yeah, man,
you know, I'm shocked to see. I'm actually shocked to see it's actually going to be in a movie theater house not too far away from me.
Oh, awesome! I know one thing. He's been going everywhere telling people get to the movie theaters and ask them for more screenings of this film, because right now, again, they're trying to limit the number of places you could watch it in, and it is outselling Indiana Jones 3-1 right now in ticket
Oh, that's a
sales.
surprise.
What's up, Angus? How you doing, man? Good
Hey.
seeing you. Oh, we got Trina in the
Hi.
chat as well. Hey, Trina.
Angus.
Well, the theater by me, it's not offering this movie, but at the other local suburban locations, it is. So I definitely can go see it somewhere. But
Mhm.
I did find that I've been waiting for a couple of weeks, just kind of checking it, and there's only 3 shows on the Thursday night that Indiana Jones releases. I mean, they haven't added any additional
Wow.
shows at all, and Friday only had 5 showings. So, and when compared to The Flash, there were at least 15
Wow.
different showings.
That's
Yeah.
crazy stuff. And dude, Angus, I got to disagree with you in a massive way. I don't think it's performative team sports or whatever you're trying to say. This movie, again, it's shedding a massive light on the entire situation that's going on with human trafficking. And on top of it, I did watch an interview with Tim Ballard, again, the guy who's been saving all these lives. And the documentary that they made while going to a certain country with the same colors as Best Buy. It's a 4-part documentary. They're going to piggyback it off of this. So they want everyone to know. Mel Gibson sent a major film crew out there, and they recorded everything so that the media can't spin it. They can't pull any bullshit games. They're going to expose this crap. It's a $34 billion industry. And I think they need to stop it, and I think they need to save these kids even further. Again, thousands of kids are being saved. So I don't know how the hell you could be like, no, I'm against the movie. Like, what are you talking about?
The theater
Yeah.
near me has a bunch of air dates on the 3rd, Monday, the day before it releases.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
most of the theaters within 40 miles of me, they've got at least, most of them got at least 4 showings on Monday, except for one theater out in Bonita Springs, which they're kind of like hoity-toity, stuck-up people over there in Bonita Springs anyway. So it's not surprising they only have one showing in that theater.
Mhm.
Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, I got to check. I'm in the middle of something massive. So, but I do want to see this in theaters. I'm going to make some time to do it for sure. It should start to be settled by the end of next week, or no, another week and a half. Yeah, no, it's a lot of craziness going on right now. But yeah, I know on Twitter they're trying to blow up and trying to bury this stuff. But sorry, this movie's doing fantastic so far in sales, and they need more screenings. So get out to theaters, let people know. Because yeah, this is pretty insane. What the hell's going on? Yeah, and a lot of people they've been caught red-handed. So
Well,
this is what they're scared about.
Dude, that's what's so demoralizing is in recent light of all the stuff that's come out about a certain crime family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing's like, it's what happened to the guy who unalived himself, and we all joked about it, and it happened. I mean, you basically had a mob style whack.
Mm-hmm.
We called it. It happened.
Mhm.
Nobody
Of
got held
course.
responsible. People got arrested for trafficking and all that stuff to nobody, and we just let it happen. Like,
Mhm.
okay, what difference will this make? Like, you could literally have a movie that comes out and says, we have actual snuff footage of X people, and nobody will do anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, I want to mention something about the ticket sales on this. So it's actually pretty easy to go find out how many tickets that they've actually sold for this thing. So 448,000, and it keeps ticking. 807 right now, and I'm watching as the numbers keep going up. 105,045 contributions so far. So that's what this has already done, and you're still a week and a half out from this thing airing.
Yeah, something like that.
Those are tickets. That's not
Right.
financial gain.
Exactly.
Right. But I'm just saying
Yep.
the ticket sales already for something a week and a half out. That's not too shabby,
Yeah.
especially
Right.
for
So
something
the
that's
pre-sale
not getting
numbers
a
are
major,
high.
Mhm.
Yeah, considering it's not something that's getting a major push by any networks or anything like that.
Yep. Oh no. Oh yeah. No, they don't want to cover it at all. Those networks, they're not doing shit for it. That's why Jim Caviezel going like on every religious channel. He's trying to hit everywhere he could. He's doing a whole bunch of podcasts and interviews. He wants to try to make sure that they're good people that he goes on their channels. But yeah, and Iceman Modeler, I'm with you. I don't trust Elon. but that he's pushing this is a good thing. So like I said, I know it's strange with a lot of these people, but there's still certain freedoms and stuff, and trying to save kids is a massive thing. I know that he's had personal issues with his kids and things that have gone kind of awry, and he doesn't want to see anyone getting hurt. So that's a good thing.
Well, did you see the cage match? Like, I hope it's a joke, because anybody that's watched Star Trek: The Next Generation will fear for Elon Musk's life. We all know how dangerous Data is. I mean, they basically like.
Yeah, Zuckerberg wants to have a Brazilian jiu-jitsu match or something with Elon.
I like Musk, but he's going to get destroyed by Data.
Zuckerberg.
I think the whole thing is insane. Dude, does Elon does he do any training?
I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't know shit about his background, but I know the other idiot. He prides himself now on.
Yeah, he's a monster.
He wants to be a Terminator.
He is. He's already synthetic life. I mean, look at him.
Right?
He's Data that uses contractions. We all know what happens when there's a Data that uses contractions.
Yeah. Dude, these people are insane, man. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. We'll see what happens with all this shit, but it's crazy. Oh, and the other thing too, that guy Tim Ballard. You know what else he's doing aside from saving children? He's been bringing planes into Afghanistan. All the troops that were left behind and all these other families, he's been saving people 1,000 at a clip.
Oh.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I saw an interview today with them that they just had another plane filled with people, bringing them back home.
Well, that explains why that movie Covenant got buried.
Mm-hmm.
Because guys, like, honestly, you guys should watch that movie, because it's a huge commentary on what the crime regime did to people in our people in Afghanistan. The movie is basically about a guy whose life was saved by an interpreter who's an Afghani who was marked for death for helping the Americans. His entire family was basically marked for Minecraft. And he's the American whose life was saved after he returned to the States, spent like years and years to try to get this guy rescued. And when the crime regime did what they did to Afghanistan, it basically, that story was amplified times 1,000, and people were just like disappeared.
Wow. Dude, it's disgusting, man. It is disgusting what they're doing. I mean, hey, we heard about what happened with a certain submarine. That was something else too. Apparently, they knew that these people have expired for 2 days now, but they wanted to keep it in the news because they were trying to hush up a certain plea deal that was a slap on the wrist for a certain crackhead.
I think it all came down to cheap Chinese bolts.
Well, it was like one of those knockoff game controllers was controlling the damn thing.
Yeah, they were using a a PlayStation
Logitech.
2.
It's a Logitech
It was a PlayStation
controller.
2 controller.
Oh, was it just a Logitech?
Yeah,
it was a
it
Logitech.
literally was. That was the brand. Yeah.
Jesus.
Gets a blue screen, driver's not
Holy crap.
detected.
My camera that I stream with is Logitech. I'm like,
Same.
They're using that.
Well, did you hear that there was this policy that they didn't want 50-year-old white men working on this project?
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about diversity, and this is what diversity gets you.
Apparently. So they paid anywhere from, $250,000 to $500,000 to go in this tin can that had no seats, only had like a portable John, like the one that your hand held to piss in, operated by a Logitech gaming controller. Yeah, I'm sure that's good. Yeah, everything was thumbs up on that. That was green lights all the way. Holy hell.
Well, like other submarines that you build in Minecraft, it wasn't insured because it couldn't pass inspection and no one would insure it. They signed a hold harmless release that meant that the families couldn't sue the company. But in this case, the CEO was one of the people that happened to be on this submarine. And the saddest part that I read in the whole story is the Pakistani father and son. That the 19-year-old son, he didn't want to go. He was so nervous. His father has been obsessed with the Titanic since he was very young. And because the mission was leaving over Father's Day weekend, or the trip, he went just to please his father, but he really felt horrible about the whole thing, according to his aunt and his sister.
Intuition is one hell of a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Never ignore it.
Yeah, that's insane, man. That out of
You know,
all
they
them,
should
too.
have done the design off of the old Cracker Jack submarines because I remember getting those as kids and they always resurfaced.
It's the baking soda. That's the trick.
Well, when they implode, I mean, they can't really resurface. Or something else might have happened. Trina says Logitech, they came out with a statement saying that their controllers are for games only.
Oh gosh.
But this
that's
is the
hysterical.
game of life.
Damn.
No, and, I just-
game?
I just want to throw this out there. Do we have confirmation that Lizzo wasn't in the area and this wasn't like a megalodon attack by her?
Well,
The Liz.
word is she was sitting on a reef and she was doing her hair toss and she checked her nails and she put her foot down and there went the carbon fiber hull.
That'll do
which
it.
which is funny because carbon fiber, while it is a strong material, once its integrity is compromised, it doesn't slowly crack; it explodes.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah,
Did you guys see the footage of it? There's actual footage of Lizzo inside that submarine exploding. Just
Oh,
open
no.
a Pillsbury can of rolls.
I was gonna say, did somebody open a can of biscuits and it just popped,
Jesus.
looking like Lena Dunham in like athletic wear, like a
Oh,
busted can of biscuits,
Damn.
That's horrible.
just coming out, just right out the middle.
Hey, sometimes that's what it is. I mean, we know how the when you're hefty, I don't know. There's a lot of food that you have, and yeah, your stomach does some things, you know.
Well, I mean,
And
we can. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. We can watch.
I was gonna say we could reenact it. Like here's the little Titan. It's like you're driving along, you know, la da da. And, Beetlejuice will have to be Lizzo, and she was just like, "Rah," and there it went. It was gone. Yeah, pretty much.
That person part, dude. What does fat people part like that?
Damn, you know.
Acts all
Is she
exasperated
King
when she's
Kong's
sitting
dad
down.
or mom? Is she King Kong's mom?
Like
In the
Darrow.
Godzilla movie?
That's racist.
I mean,
Mother of all
I
monsters.
don't have that clip. I would play it.
I need to
Damn,
see it.
I want to know how Alf
Hold
has
on.
7 stomachs and he's still not as big as Lizzo.
that's what happens when you have a kid the size of King Kong. You get
There he goes
know.
with the monkey jokes again.
God
Draven.
damn.
Not okay.
Fascinating behavior.
Okay.
E-Tep with the binoculars.
I wanted to get remonetized. But thank you, Draven.
Ah, you'll be fine.
For once, it wasn't me.
Yet.
Yeah, the night is young.
I know we do it on all of our channels. We're horrible, but but you know what? We're laughing at things because we gotta laugh because if we don't laugh, we're gonna be crying. So much nonsense going on, so much bullshit. People trying to control everything. It's nuts. I was gonna show this clip, but it's probably better that if I don't, because there's something else that was in the front of the video, but certain things that don't look legit. And Tim's like, well, here's a plane, our plane that we sent over there, and it's actually people aren't just running on the runway next to this thing that looks like it's a blow up, float for a pool. It was an actual plane filled with people, and we're taking them out of there because I think it's like the 3rd group of them that they've gotten so far. So yeah, like I said, between saving people over there, saving these kids around the world. You know, they're doing this movie. They're going to end up doing this documentary. Just make this guy Tim Ballard a saint already, because who else is doing this kind of good in the world right now? It's amazing. But, yeah, good for him. This is major news that for some reason no one's covering. I still don't understand that for the life of me. But, you know.
Obviously, people are. They're just not covered in the old sources. New sources are taking hold.
Well, that too, but I mean, like, how many YouTubers have you seen really covering this? There ain't many, not in our circle anyway. You know, and that's why like most of those people I don't follow. They rather talk about Flash for a million and one times. And then Michael Keaton. Okay, dude, he's dead. We know.
I think the ticker at the bottom pretty much covers what they're worried about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's it. Culture war. Yeah, for those who didn't know, here's your Michael Keaton. Here's a clip of the DCEU crashing and burning. Yeah, there he was. There was your Batman doing kamikaze. Yeah, wonderful, awesome.
But
Yeah.
that reminds me of the guy BlackRock that caught on OMG recently.
Yeah.
War is good for business, whether it be actual war or culture war. It's still good for business.
Yeah, that's another interesting one. I wish we could hit those, but there's a lot of stuff that was said on there that I know that they're clipping channels.
Well, did you see the apology? There's this guy who made a video to O'Keefe. You better apologize because
Oh, that was great.
There's like a shadow of a guy with a.
Yep.
Wow.
That was awesome.
He's all nervous and shit.
It was a total hostage video. It was awesome.
I saw something before he released that second part of it. It was only like a 4 or 5 minute clip that James O'Keefe put out when he encountered this creep. But before that, they said, how did they not Minecraft him yet? And James O'Keefe, he wrote back to the guy. He goes, we put a dead man switch in. So even if they do take me out, there's about 4 other videos they're going to be dropping.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing.
It's a shame McAfee didn't have that set up.
Yeah,
Soldiers.
Right? Yep.
Yeah, it's nuts. I know McAfee was another nut job, but there's a lot of stuff that he knew and he heard about as well. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of nefarious things going on, folks.
Yeah.
And a certain crime family who's running certain things.
Yeah. You see what was it, the WhatsApp thing that was captured there? Where it's like, I'm sitting here with my dad. We're waiting for an answer. It's like, dude, you got him dead to rights here. What the hell?
That's the crackhead?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is getting ridiculous, man. This shit where he's a slap on the wrist. He's a slap on the wrist. It's treason. It's everything else that was done. But no, we're gonna get it on. Here's on a minor gun charge and something else.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, because it's just to make it seem like they actually did something when in reality they didn't do shit.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, in comparison, there was actually, I think it was there was some black guy that got arrested for identical charges, and they threw the book at him, and he's like, people are like, we're starting to see a 2-party justice system here, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Brian, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we do gotta laugh. You know, we have to, man, because the shit's gone too insane. And yeah, we'll get sick if we don't laugh. So that's why I make fun of what we do. But we got to watch out because if we make fun of the wrong people, they're clipping stuff. I know Papa Cotton, he put out a meme regarding a certain woman who burned down her servers. And I think his channel got hit again for just posting a meme. So, yeah, this is Gestapo time. This is you are not allowed to do anything that we do not deem to be okay. If you make fun of us,
9999999. Remove his channel immediately.
There are 4 lights.
Eat the bugs.
yeah, dude. What the hell are we supposed to do now, man? This is nuts. You know. Oh, and did you see how hard they're going after RFK Jr. as well?
Oh my God!
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just confirmed like 90% of what Jones has been preaching, and now they're trying to lump him together with him, calling him a conspiracy theorist nut. But he's like, I have all the documentation. I have the proof. So what are you talking about? Like we
What
talk
was
about
that
it.
stuff that's in the water? Something with an A.
Atrazine.
Yeah, atrazine, the herbicide there that makes people like go gay.
Friggin' frog's gay.
Lovely.
It says that it effeminates people, and it's like I can see that. Like anybody that's like grown up like in Gen X or older can look at the newer generations. It's like listen to all the lisps.
Oh yeah,
What's
dude.
going on?
You know how badly I want to play that clip where it's Jones and him, and they're doing like back and forth. Apparently, they were both on Joe Rogan, so they just like spliced them together. But it made it look like they're best friends now. And
Mhm.
Jones was like, he was like flipping out. He's like, "How come everything I'm about to say, you already know the answer to?" You know, and it's great. And then
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
because at the end of it, like you see, like Jones is like. He's like got his hand on his face and he's sighing. He's like, "Whoa, what's wrong?" And he's like, "Everything I'm saying, you know, and you're repeating it." And then he starts to talk about the water, and he's like, now I'm getting scared here. God damn it! Oh, it's excellent. You guys got to check it out. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think more people need to be open up their eyes to what's going on because they're trying to limit more and more things. And yeah, there's something that crime family also did. We talked about it that they'd like to go paperless, like it's a good thing and all that. Well, there's it looks like they already signed bills and stuff. I have a couple of different friends around the world, and 2 of them in Australia already said it. A family I've known for 35 years. They said, "Why are you trying to take away our freedoms? We want actual money. We don't want to go completely cashless." Like, and they're flipping out on social media about it.
Well, you know what? To a degree, this was almost inevitable. Really, I mean, you look what they did years ago when they got rid of like real currency as the backbone to the money that we're using now. I mean, at one time these were paper notes that you could exchange for real currency.
Yeah.
They got rid of that and they just turned it into pretty much valueless, really, if you look at it in reality, valueless paper because it has no real backing. So of course the next thing to do is make it even easier for them to control everything. I mean, there's nothing to back the currency now as it is. So now they're just going to make it all digital. It's just one step away from what they were planning all along.
Yeah. Yeah. This is yeah, like you said, they've been planning it for a long time. They want to make sure they're going to lock everyone down with it, but they're going to tie it to the social credit score is what it looks like. Because that's one of the reasons why certain places in Europe they were flipping out as well. They tried to say it was something else, and it's not. It's that they're tying all of it together because they're going to make it like it's a convenience thing. It's everything's on your phone. Your whole life's on your phone. Your bank's on your phone. Your medical information's on your phone. Hey, Michael Keaton did the new Flash movie. It's the same thing,
Good
people.
for you.
Good for you.
And what does all that really cost at this juncture? I mean, how many people have gone into a store and they've had their cards read right out of their damn wallets because everything's on their card, or God forbid if they got everything on their phone and they're scanning their phone everywhere. If somebody with a freaking reader just walks by and scans their information, just takes shit right out of their bank account.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's scary, but to me, the bigger implications are the Orwellian "there are 4 fingers" thing, because when you don't have anything to substantiate your position because it's no longer physical, somebody could literally say your name isn't Tommy anymore, and you'd be like, "What are you talking about? I was born with that name. It's it's my dad's name or whatever." And they'd be like, "Nope, no, your new name is," and they give you some weird name. You're like, "That's never what it was," and like, "Yeah, it is. We have the records to prove it to you." And you're like, no, I don't. Well, then you better accept the reality we've changed and made and revised for you.
Yep.
It's scary when you think about that shit, Chris. I mean, another thing to really think about that's scary, building on top of that, is the fact that the government has given so much control over to all these different companies to monitor everything you do, and they get all that information back. They know where you like to shop. They know what kind of things that you usually buy. They're watching every single step you make, including, and this is going to places that maybe you sell online. They know all about the mean tweets or the mean posts that you're making on Facebook, and they're watching you.
Yep.
Everything.
And the kind of the red pill moment that scared me was when somebody was arguing with me about the definition of something, and they're like, no, that's not the definition. This is the definition. Power plus privilege, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, it isn't. That's never what it was. And they're like, yeah. And they provided links to every online dictionary that said that. And anywhere you look online, that's what it's been revised to. Yet I have a physical Webster's dictionary from like the 90s. Mm-hmm. And I look it up and it's like, The definition is very different here. Oh,
Yep.
that's because it's physical and they can't revise it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I just had a freaking war for the past couple of days. Trina was involved in that one too. With some idiot who was trying to make a point and failing to understand what the original argument about, and it has to go into their definition of what a straight person is. And I even reposted the link that one of the other idiots shared, where it literally says the author created this because he didn't want to offend trans people with the terminology that would make them not seem normal, because just saying straight people were normal was going to be offensive. I proved it right to them, and they refused to accept it. They refused to back down off this crazy stance. And because they've seen it on Wikipedia somewhere, all of a sudden it's the gospel. Like,
Right.
missed me with that.
Yeah, a source that you can edit it whenever you want.
Right.
Yep.
Instead of from the person who actually came up with the term. It's
Mhm.
hilarious. These people are all insane and psychotic. But yeah, thank
The
you.
guy that
Again,
came up with the term, he was a overly child appreciating individual.
Yep. I
Opposite
literally
of bride.
just posted that on Facebook the other day. I'm like, yeah, I was like, I keep hearing this cisgender term thrown around. I was like, I guarantee you 90% of you morons don't even know the person that started it was on a list. But hey, let's keep calling normal people these weird made up Marxist names because we're covering for our own proclivities. Like,
for
give me
1%.
we have to change the entire scope of the English language for a fraction of a percentage of mentally ill people.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sorry. Transformers don't exist. There's only unchecked mental illness.
Right.
Truth.
That's it. And I got kicked off Twitter for saying that. About a month ago.
It really sucks because like there are genuine people that aren't on the trans trender stuff
Mhm.
that are legitimately transsexual.
Yep.
That are have had psychological whatever, and rather than being like it's like somebody with insert mental illness here. We everybody's got them. There's a lot of people that are mentally ill and they won't you can't see it. It's the invisible illness. But like with it, like people that are transsexual, transgender, that they're probably a lot of them don't want anything to do with this story time drag show shit for kids, or like all this like let's teach 5-year-olds about like reassignment surgery. There are people in that group that are like, dude, I'm messed up. I'm dealing with my own damage. Don't make it public. It's already humiliating that I'm not like, you know what I mean? People aren't buying the disguise.
No, they're not. And on top of it too, I don't know if anyone else heard this story because they're not talking about it in the media. Apparently, I think it was in Boston. There was.
Oh my god, that boils my blood.
Oh yeah, what was it? Like almost like a crack den, pretty much, of these drag queen guys who.
It was a safe space. Don't be calling it a crack den.
I'm gonna call it crack den. That's the professional.
It's a safe crack den.
The safe. No, there's no.
They
safe
supplied
cracks in
the
that
needles, you guys.
Yeah, our
They were
taxpayers money did.
safe.
Yeah, there
There was a couch to pass out on.
Again, there's absolutely no safe cracks in that den.
No.
So apparently, someone was having a heart attack. Someone was having a heart attack, and
Goddamn.
they got there, right? The emergency got there. They got it, and they see a group of them having sex with one another. The one who's having the heart attack, and then there's someone who's guarding a door, and they wanted to see what's behind the door, and they found a bunch of children between the ages of 5 and 10 in there. I think there were 4 or 5 kids, and the corpse of a woman.
Yep. And there were sex toys everywhere. They said they were unsanitary and covered in human feces and
All
like
over
other
the place.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, so much for my monetization, but
Wait a minute. I thought it was a corpse of a guy that they'd found, because I remember the initial report saying that they had actually called in some guy who was having a heart attack.
well, that's what the
Stuff of
initial
that
call
nature.
was for. They said the initial call
Senator.
was for that.
Senator, there's only one medical doctor on this panel, and in this day and age, I'm not even sure if he can define what an actual woman is. So before we add conjecture to the evening's proceedings, as I've noted in my text here, we should be careful that we project the assumption that was indeed a woman when we can't even define what a woman is. Thank you, Senator. I yield my time back.
Real quick. Chris has got to take off. Chris, you want to let everybody know where you're heading?
Sure. I'm heading over to the Phoenix Press. Nick has a show going on YouTube. I'll try to find the link. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, I'll be over there, and then after that, later tonight, we'll be over on Draven's for wrestling.
Nice.
Yep.
Hey, man.
All right, have a good one, everyone.
Thanks, Chris, for being here.
See you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I heard they already changed his name. It's Soft Bottom 72.
Oh God.
Oh shit. No, we tease, but he's like, great, I'm going out on that note. We'll see you later, Chris.
Yeah, great. Glad we're not good enough for you, Chris.
He's like, yeah, this was fun and all, but
This was fun and all, but I'm going somewhere that's much more fun. He's like,
no. We love Chris,
just
but
kidding.
yeah,
I
no,
love you, Chris.
dude, this whole thing, I don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's just too much. One crazy thing after another, after another, after another. The media doesn't want to cover anything. They're handling this presidency with kid gloves. You have trending, but like over 100,000 people impeach that old bag of oatmeal, rotting oatmeal. What Papa Cott was saying earlier. Apparently, they were going after him because he was talking about what Hillary did over in Haiti, and one of her major aides was basically like the front runner for this.
Finding refugees a new home, even though
Thank
they were
you.
too young to drive.
Yes, thank you, Doc. And she was arrested, and I believe didn't they Minecraft her as well? That woman.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing Tim Ballard said as well, and Jim Caviezel. So apparently, in the movie in Sound of Freedom, there's one of the major hubs in Colombia. There's a woman who basically does what the doc just said, trying to find refugees new homes, apparently. But and that woman is out right now. And they said when this movie gets released, they said that the country is going to go up in arms. So they're saying they better find her and arrest her. And they have no idea why she's out. Someone greased palms and she's free right now. A woman who is heading one of these big hubs. That's pretty messed up, man. So yeah, if anything, I hope this movie sheds a whole bunch of light all over the place and people start to do the right thing. Because I don't know what to say anymore to this shit. It's nuts. What's this? Eat up. Oh, the hates.
Unmute yourself.
You gotta unmute, buddy.
The hate, my dog was barking. The hate speech bill passes through the Michigan House, which their ultimate goal is to be able to police speech and incarcerate people. For right here, the proposed legislation, House Bill 4474, would expand to Michigan's 1988 ethnic intimidation law to give prosecutors more power to prosecute perceived hate crimes and acts of vandalism. One amendment would consider it a hate crime if an individual is found to have caused severe mental anguish to another person. Intimidation and harassment is defined as a willful course of conduct involving repeated or continuing harassment of another individual that would cause reasonable individual to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, or molested under the amendment. Yeah, so
That's what restraining orders are for. The laws are already there. Everything else is just abuse.
Wow.
No, this kind of shit was already thrown out once by the Supreme
it'll
Court.
get thrown out again.
Because there's no such thing as hate speech. There's either free
No,
speech
exactly.
or there's not free speech.
That's it. That's it. And look at how many of these, like Trina said, these hate crimes, these quote unquote hate crimes like the Juicy Smollett that are hoaxes, Bubba Wallace. We see this all the time. Oh, somebody painted the word with a hard R in a building. Turns out it was a young black college student who was only seeking to cause division. Really, what do you know? They have ties to BLM. You don't say.
Right.
You don't say. Marx is spreading propaganda. So that's a problem with, I mean, ultimately, the amendments, that's for the freedom of speech that's the First Amendment. You shall not be infringed upon. And yeah, the Supreme Court threw that out. Tommy's absolutely right. There's, like he said, there's no such thing as hate speech. There's only words that you don't like. And at the end of the day, that's all they are. It's a group of letters to form a word. Group of words forms a sentence.
Right.
Group of sentences forms a paragraph. It's called reading. And if you don't like what you're reading, don't fucking read it. Look
Exactly.
away. Change the fucking channel.
Yep.
Don't be a thin-skinned cunt. Jesus Christ. This is the most, I'm sorry, this just, I live in Michigan. I deal with this shit. There's 4 counties in the entire state that dictate policy. And it's a bunch of uppity fucking yuppie jackoffs that live outside of Detroit, but then want to go down to Detroit and say, look at me, I'm so trendy. I'm in Detroit. And they're afraid to go down to where it's actually fucking dangerous because their lily white asses want to sit there and pretend I'm an ally when they go back to the suburbs, live in their gated fucking communities. This is shit. This is bull. There's the marginalized groups, protected groups. Fuck you. Fuck you. You make yourself into this shit by playing victim. That's all.
Yep.
Professional victims. That's all there is now. Is
Well,
professional fucking victims.
The add-on to that, ETEP, one of the things that everybody misses about free speech, it's not about the speech that you want to say. It's about the speech that you might not want to hear, and why everybody should be able to have their say regardless. Because whether some of these idiots I like or not say some of the dumbest shit ever, I don't think that they should be silenced. I think they should be allowed to keep talking and to continue making fools of themselves to my amusement.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Show ass publicly. Show ass on Twitter in the fucking virtual town square. Let us know, like that Erica report, that little glowy, all these other asshats that are nothing but propagandists, John Cooper tweets, and this other, what's this other jackass's name who's an MD, and he's, these anti-vax, anti-science people. Bitch, all these people wouldn't be dropping dead if it wasn't for Minecraft and climate change. You guys know exactly what I mean. This is ridiculous, and you're still... Don't trust the science when you've got Fauci dead to rights as a basically a public enemy number one.
And dude, you nailed everything there. But on top of it, why do you think they're going after even people who are on the Democratic Party? Look what RFK did. He exposed him. He's got books on him exposing him. They have all the history of this guy. People who work with him directly. You literally had the CDC gloating that woman Rochelle Lewinsky, whatever the fuck her name was.
Yeah,
she's sitting there in front of Congress, and they're going, well, yeah, now you're gonna leave, and they're gonna put you in a nice cushy job, and you're probably gonna be making another 6 figures every couple of months, right? And she's smiling the entire time.
Yeah,
like you gave disinformation out to people, and then you claimed the people who were giving out proper information was disinformation. You flip-flopped all over the place. Well, the dates were, it all depended on the dates. And it was like after 2000, 2001 and blah, blah, blah. And she's smiling in their faces.
Yeah.
And then she goes, and now, so what job did they give you to make sure that your bank account's going to be all secure and happy and everything? And she's like, I'm not going to speculate on the future of my finances. And she's smiling again, gloating. They helped hurt so many people. And worse, again, can't talk about everything I want to talk about in here, but these are the evil motherfuckers who are still calling the shots, that are still doing this to all of us.
And one of the big ways they get reimbursed isn't necessarily by the future job. It's always the book deal. They don't sell a single book, but the money gets siphoned through the certain book dealers, and they make lots and lots of money doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Just a reward for being a puppet.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry for ranting and filibustering. But
no, it was awesome.
It was excellent, man. It was right on point.
I'm a peaceful man. I try to stay out. I trust me. It's not that I don't pay attention to stuff, but I try, to kind of stay, because I like to do, more comedy, and because it keeps me sane. But you guys know me. I'm a peaceful man. But there's only so much. Like, we're all one day away from being Michael Douglas and falling down. And as a kid, and we've said it before, but it bears reiteration that Michael Douglas was absolutely the protagonist in that movie.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A man pushed over the limit. Yeah, I mean, and that's about where a lot of us are at right now with the way
Oh,
society is. It's
and,
like,
yeah.
look, I have no problem with trans people existing. I have no problem with it. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But don't expect me to validate your delusional behavior. That's not the business I'm in. I did that when I was a professional wrestler and I fought and I wore pleather pants and a feather fucking boa to the ring. I'm not doing it when I'm walking through a store with my son and I see somebody that's my size with 5 o'clock shadow walking by wearing a goddamn skirt and I'm expected to be like, that's a woman. No, you're a sick man.
If we're
You're a
gonna play
sick man.
make believe, then you better let me rock bottom people and pile drive them in the middle of the
Oh yeah.
middle of the thing.
But and that is the whole thing, right? Because again, they're trying to push this on everything and everyone, especially kids, and that's why they didn't talk about that story that happened in Boston because they know kids were involved in there. If that gets released in the media, people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, they are bad people," blah blah blah. And again, I know that communities they're infuriated of the shit that they're pushing too because they said it. Whatever they want to do in the privacy of their own homes, let them do whatever they want to do as adults. To adults. You keep kids away from it. You don't push that on them. You don't. These sick parents who do that bullshit too. Of my kid is non-binary. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck are you talking about? A kid wants to just run around with other kids, play with their toys, play with video games, talk about movies and cartoons and shit like that. They're not talking about sex. You know who's talking about sex? Adults. Adults that are trying to push themselves on those children, and that's what's fucked up.
And
that's
unfortunately, oh sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would say, unfortunately, most adults don't understand the hormone therapy concept. They think that's the solution to everything. They're going to put puberty on pause for a bit till the person's 18 and can make their decision. You can't do that. It does irreparable damage to the body, and you will never develop normal organs. You will not be able to father a child or give birth to a child. So it's just like getting the outside top and bottom surgery because you're doing the same thing but to the inside, and you will never be able to recover from it.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
There's some long-term things that still haven't come into effect because of that. There's all the growth plates in every single bone in the body. There are different glandular, and it's not just altering the chemical formula. Just like you said, it alters the actual system itself to where it no longer functions like a normal human. It's not that they're becoming more effeminate or more masculine. It's that they are no longer normal, and it deprives them of the ability to procreate, the ability to even enjoy that, or shortens lives, does terrible things to the heart. It's long-term effects. I look at these people as the ones that push this stuff as knowingly damaging other people's lives. It's horrible, absolutely horrible.
Yeah, sorry, we got heavy again on Friday Underground. Sometimes we do that, but again, we're all infuriated with what's going on in the world. People are just sick of it. Parents are sick of it. Normal people are all sick of it. We can't keep glorifying the mentally ill. We can't, because these people, this is what they want. The people in power, they want this back and forth. They want people to fight amongst each other, so no one's paying attention to what they're doing. Again, go take a look at James O'Keefe and what he put out with that OMG thing, his new company there, exposing the money people behind everything. They BlackRock and Vanguard, they're messing around with $20 trillion worldwide, and anything you can imagine that Target, freaking food, bed you sleep on, everything is owned by these people. Everything. So they dictate what's going to go on. Look at what's his name, Larry Fink, their finance guy, who was at the World Economic Forum, and everything that he said, and how he said that people, it's about pushing people to our narrative, and they have to comply and behave the way that we want them to behave. That's literally said with at the World Economic Forum. There's a reason why they had armed guards everywhere, all over that place while they were having these meetings. Because they don't want regular people to know what's going on, and if they do, they know people would probably storm in there and do something. So they're going to protect their asses as they're destroying the world. So lovely stuff. That's why we keep fighting. Be genuine, be real, Stop supporting the garbage that's out there. I mean, I know someone mentioned something about one of those stupid Disney shows. I don't care. I'm not watching that stuff. I'm not giving my money to these people. There was one movie I said that I'm willing to break my rule on is because I love the character and the people behind it. Other than that, I don't care about any of this shit anymore. I really don't. It's nauseating. That's why I'm making my own books. I'm having fun with that. Doing freelance work, and there's a bunch of other stuff I gotta get done in the middle of something big too right now. So but yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, Iceman Model, you said it. The Bible predicted all this. Yeah. All of this stuff, man, I don't know. People got to get right with God, that's for sure. that's
I would say I wouldn't say that we went heavy on the show. I think we went deep. Heavy is actually relegated to Lizzo and her team on stage.
This is true. And those poor flutes. God knows where they've been. Let's go around the horn.
Vin. Oh, hang on, Vin. Yeah. I got Samba Gogo asked for a picture of me in the pleather pants.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There's me in my pleather with one of my title belts.
No, man.
There he is.
There you go. Back when I was a little bit bigger than I am now.
Awesome,
yeah,
bro.
That's the pleather right there. That's the one. I think that was the night we won the tag titles.
That's great. You had that one intro you kept playing too, but we can't play it anywhere because they hit it for the music. Scumbags.
Oh, the gimmick I did with the Raw, the Monday Night Raw thing. Yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah. But good stuff, man. Yeah, Soul Iron. Yes, I'm still working on City of Venus too. I'm gonna start cranking out more pages about mid-July. I'm gonna start getting deep into City of Venus 2 again. I got a huge chunk of it done, but yeah, there's a lot more that's got to get done. But I still got to pay bills and stuff. So that's why I said if you guys want to help out more, support the channel. Again, we can't do super chats right now, but hopefully by the start of July, I should be able to get those again. In the meantime, if anyone wants to send PayPal tips or whatever, please, you could do that at Vinnieart, or just type my full name. You should be able to find it.
Better yet, Vinny, guys, spread the word about all the projects that Vinny already has completed that are ready to ship. Things that he's got sitting on hand that he wants to sell and get out there to all the people that maybe don't know about this. Share on other social media platforms besides just Twitter. Share it around, let people know. Maybe he'll be able to get sales that way, and that'll help him out twofold because then he won't have to move as much stuff.
Yeah, that's it, man. Because thank you, Tommy. Yeah, we got a ton of great stuff. Everyone who's gotten my books, they praise them left and right. It's amongst their favorites, not just in the indie sphere, but anything like that came out during the year. So I'm very appreciative to everyone who's been supporting me and that they enjoyed all this stuff. Yes, Shadow the Kraken's still available. It's unshadow banned too, by the way. So now you can find it in the search engine as well on Indiegogo. I was talking about one of them. So we fixed that. Through the Woods, again, thank you, brother. 100-page ghost story. The entire story's there. But again, if you love those characters, there might be something in the works as well. And, a possible sequel. That's all I could say about that. But again, it is a contained story. So if you want that, you can definitely grab that. And City of Venus 1 still available as well. Thank you again, Soul Ion. These books are fantastic. I mean, this is City of Venus is if the bad guys win, pretty much. And it's a very bleak and horrible world, but it's set so far into the future. There is going to be some massive surprises in the sequel, some crazy stuff that you were not expecting. I love the twists and turns, and some of what's going to happen in there is really cool. More backstory on our main character. That's right from the beginning pages. You'll find a little bit more about Jess and where she came from and all that. Well, parts of where she came from. I'm not giving everything yet, but some really cool stuff. So, and my 2 art books are over there as well. Those are 52 pages each. So if you want some awesome artwork and it's all your favorite type of characters from, again, comics, movies, TV shows, like I got a bunch of stuff in there. So yeah, thank you so much for everything. You guys and girls are fantastic. Tommy, let them know where they can find you, brother.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, the most hated guinea pig on YouTube. And no matter how much YouTube tries to suppress me and put me down, guess what? I'm still not going anywhere unless you get me rid of me. Nah. Having fun doing the BattleBot stuff. Just got done work something. And before all you fine gents disappear off the panel, I want to show you something. And I want to get your thoughts after we were off air. And yeah, man, just keep having fun. Check out the toy reviews. Check out the pigs. Support the channel because YouTube hates us. Later, y'all.
Later, everybody. Yeah, thank you so much. Again, we got the doc in the house. David Tommy.
Yay! Oh, yeah! Woohoo!
He's doing that high five in 3D.
There you go. Thanks for having me here, Vinny. Nothing real exciting, except I did get paid a compliment by a reader today who has read other fantasy and sci-fi and said my work, for those of you know who Brandon Sanderson is, my work is superior to his.
Yep.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, that was very fun. So yeah, there you go. Just part of the group here trying to make life better for entertainment. And,
that's right, man.
Again, thanks again.
Stories, amazing stories, amazing stuff. And go check out his YouTube channel too. He's got a couple of pretty good things in there, and he gives you a little bit of insight too into these worlds. It's awesome. So go support. Try. Yeah, man, go support the doc. Again, thank you for being here so much. We'll do more 3D high fives soon. And of course, we got Draven, and we're going to be headed over to Draven's in a little while. So yeah, let the folks know where they can find you and what else we got going.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch ROH and Rampage tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then tomorrow we have Collision at 8, and then we'll go over to ETEPS for Saturday night's main event, and then after that we'll play some Mario Kart, and then Sunday we have Forbidden Door, and that'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and then the card for tonight is this here, which I'm sharing my screen. But this is the card for tonight. At least for Rampage, should be a good show. Big and Draven. God damn it.
That was Tommy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, thanks everybody for having me, and I look forward to seeing everybody over on the
nice man. Stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Anna J and Sky Blue.
Oh,
good
yeah.
Lord.
We know your motivation.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And they look like superheroes, and they're wearing pretty much like the same type of clothes that I draw on the chicks in City of Venus. So there you go. Plenty of great inspiration. Guys, check it out. We always have a great time over there. Yeah, lots of laughs too. So, and we give you our actual genuine takes and everything, We're not just like the shills over at WWE, and they're like, "Oh my God, you can't do any wrong. It's so good, just like Michael Keaton Batman in the Flash." Sorry, I can't help it. But all right, man, dude, thank you so much. And we do have we'll go to Tina, and then we'll go to ETEP. So Tina, let everyone know where they can find you and what else you got going on.
All right. Well, please follow me on Twitter at Tina Bojan. Aside from hanging out with these great guys and holding up the Sporky News podcast channel while he's doing something, starting a second family, building a new home in another country. Not sure what he's doing, but he's not on his channel. But one of the places where I'm going to be causing trouble next is this Sunday night. I am guesting on a new show. It's the second week. It's called Get Ranked on Bezel Hub, and it's with Devil Made Me Do It and a bunch of other guys from the Legion of Memers. We are ranking fast food hamburgers. Yes, that's probably about all I could rank, because last week they did horror movies, and I was definitely not qualified for that. But it was still a great show, a lot of fun. So if you're not doing anything on Sunday before you come and visit Vinny, then that's a great place to check out and visit this week, as well as weekends in the future. Thanks, everybody.
Nice. Thank you for being here. Always a pleasure. And let's hop on over to ETEP, man. The man. He gave it to the globalist scum a few times, but yeah, brother, let them know where they can find you. What else you got going on?
You can find me over on ETEP Queens, the place to be, reviews, talking about all kinds of fun stuff with a lot of these fine folks over here, except Dega because he doesn't really like me. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Who spilled the beans, man?
I knew it. Ha ha. No,
Was it Big
you
Ange?
can come.
No.
It was Big Ange.
It's
I
the
knew
pants.
it.
It's
I
the
knew
pants
it.
that did it.
It was the pleather pants. He was like, "That's it." He goes, "I was fine until I saw him in those pleather tribal pants."
Yeah, just a little bit of envy here. Sorry, you just feel them right.
It's nice. The insides are nice and soft in the skin. Anyway, the hair on my legs, man, it feels good. The kids at the pool. Anyway,
Oh, no.
anyway, you can. They're the poor kids. They're just as smart as white kids, man. Come over and subscribe. It's free. It always will be. If you want channel memberships, 2 tiers, $2.99, $4.99. You can follow us on Subscribestar for $4.99, $3.99, some shit like that. I don't know. It's there if you want to. If not, the content's free. We've been doing some member streams on Tuesday nights. I'll be on Draven's tonight. I'll be on Draven's tomorrow watching Collision. Then we'll be on my show, which I had to shorten for an hour because this prick wants to stream over me.
Motherfucker.
Fucking Big Ange. And then we'll be playing Mario Kart afterwards and swearing like sailors.
Oh my God.
And then, Sunday I'll be back on Draven's watching Forbidden Door, which oddly sounds like a Kevin Spacey movie featuring. Anyway, thank you for having me on. It's been fun. That too.
Dude, I'm
I do
blessed
love
having
the
you
box.
on. And that's right, man. Yeah. If you want to tune in to see us make Joe Pesci blush with the amount of cursing that we do over there, tune in. Again, that'll be on Draven's channel. Mario Kart is... we get crazy over there. We get violent. It's amazing. It's something special. Tune in for that. Thank you everyone for being here. Iceman Modeler, dude, he was saying a couple of great things as well. And the UN and their horrible plan to, in air quotation, save humanity. Oh man, it's just. I had a relative who passed away who said that they are the multi-headed beast. So it's true, and you're right, dude. It's crazy. And he said it sounds like it'll be our last 7 years. Woo! Guys, buckle in. It's gonna be a bumpy one. But in the meantime, we're gonna try to make you laugh, try to keep you entertained, and give you some quality projects. Between the stuff I put out there, between the stuff that Chris puts out there. The Red Dread, he rebranded. Nerium, I know they got their proofs for Bonds too. So that's going to be shipping soon. It's going to be an awesome thing. So much left.
Wait a minute, did he rebrand again? Is it the Red Dread or is it the Dread Gaze?
I think it's the Dread Gaze. I think you're right.
Dread Gaze.
That's right, Dread Gaze. My bad. Again, I haven't been sleeping. I've been working on a bunch of stuff.
Is that going to be like his Empire Strikes Back? He'll come back as the Red Dread?
Oh, I hope not. But I mean, once he pops up, we'll play it then for him.
Red.
No, I'm kidding.
Red.
That was for Geeks and Gamers.
Gaze. Red Gaze.
I am not a grifter.
Wait a second. Hang on. He's here somewhere. Here he is.
Oh, shit.
I am not a grifter. Get your head out of my popcorn bucket, Ryan Kennel.
Why is that little soldier standing at attention?
Oh boy.
That was my writer's fault. Let me check. Your Honor, we have no record of this. From here on out, we'd like to plead the fifth. I yield my time back, Senator.
Everyone, have a great night.
I start thinking, and it makes me so angry. What am I saying?